I'm going to say this for those of you in the future. If you haven't seen any of my most recent videos, it's time, guys. Buy. Okay, we have the CPI report coming out tomorrow. Maybe that rolls over from PPI from last month, which was terrible, and so CPI will be hot. That's only going to throw a little bit of water onto this fire, okay? But buy, not financial advice. The charts say to buy. I mean, look at Bitcoin dominance here, man. Look at Bitcoin dominance. It's in a bear market. It just got rejected off the 20-day EMA. That's it. You know, I mean, if that's ultimate bullishness for altcoins. So, okay, here we go. I'm live on TikTok and YouTube. I'm actually live. Oh, shoot, you know what? I need to change something real quick on YouTube. So give me a second for anyone on TikTok. You are going to be able to chat. If you are not a member of this channel, you need to be a subscriber of this channel. Okay, so now you should be able to chat on YouTube. Hello, who the F is that guy? Me, good morning, Andrea. And that's everyone on TikTok, okay? Bro, what's up? Oh man, that PPI report has me jacked. But we have CPI tomorrow, so let's see what happens with CPI. If CPI could just be normal, then we're good to go. They might even cut by 50 basis points. It's not over totally today, finally. Yeah, there we go, Will. Hello, Uncle Jay. Hello, Josh. Let's go, Matthew. I know for sure. So it's a regular live stream on YouTube, which means that I know for sure I'm not going to be able to respond to every comment. You know, and maybe people are a little excited today. Bitcoin's over 114,000. So do you think it's best to wait until after rate cuts next week before entering alts? No. I think you should enter. So, okay, listen, not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. Last month's PPI report, when that came out, we just dumped. And then it's like, oh, let's buy the dip. And no, it just kept on dumping. And it was miserable. This month we have a fantastic PPI report. I'm just basically back to the meme, or to the mean, excuse me, to the mean. And I wouldn't be surprised if we had the opposite of what we had last month, which is that we're just going to keep climbing here over these next few days. Now, you know, if we pump hard into that FOMC meeting, I'm going to take some off the table. So Will says, buy spot now, no leverage until after FOMC. Yeah, no leverage, that's fine. You know, I do very low leverage, so sure. Thoughts on XVM? Did you ever buy back in? It's not going to hit a new all-time high. You know, it's at 23 million. I see the chart right here. It's at 23 million, something like that. So I wouldn't mess around too much with that, honestly. Now I did put some back into a liquidity pool, and I'm generating some fees on that, but I'm playing with fire. So, all right, worthless. I know it's not time for memes yet, but eventually, man, here we go. Worthless. I got nothing, man. You know, this can continue to bleed. 8.5 million. It seems like, sure, it'll be fine once it finds its floor. So is Pengu going to run it up now? It might, but again, it's utility right now, but Pengu is going to do great when the time comes. So ICP is still nothing exciting on the chart. It's trying to break through $5. It might be time now. You know, I mean, give it some time. It'll get there. 200-day moving average is 531. So that's going to be some resistance. AVAX looks awesome. Thoughts on GRT? Give me a second. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. I bought AVAX yesterday, and oh man, I wish I made a video about it. It looks great. Yeah. Avalanche. That's some good bang for your buck even now. So GRT I know was pretty explosive last couple of days here. You know, I mean, I'm hoping it's not a false breakout above the 200-day moving average. That's been resistance for like every junk coin. So maybe now's a good chance to get in. I would set a limit order at like 955 if you want to get in on this. So Velo, I'm assuming Velo still looks terrible. Hello, Degen Queen. Let me look at Velodrome. Yeah, there's nothing. Eventually, with these smaller cap ones, yeah, sure, but not right now. This whole move in Bitcoin and Ethereum feels like such a bull trap. Most alts continue to bleed. You're living in the past, user 762. The data does not agree with you. Bitcoin dominance is straight up in a bear market. It got rejected off a 20-day EMA. Ethereum dominance has reversed. So right now, actually, altcoins have been outperforming Ethereum ever since that moment 2 weeks ago that ETH hit a new all-time high. So I'm not, listen, there might be some kind of visceral response on your end. I'm only presenting data to you. That's it. So you can take that or leave it, but I'm right if you disagree with me. So Pepe analysis. I mean, it's time for Pepe. It looks like it's finally broken this downtrend. Now, again, I think meme coins are going to underperform short term, but I don't have a target for Pepe. So, guys, I'm just going to be real with you again. I'm not going to be able to keep up with every comment on TikTok. Ondo looks good. You know, I mean, held the 200-day. I was hoping that it would. Higher floor. Now, does this have enough strength to break through? I mean, maybe after the next CPI report tomorrow, there'll be some hope for Ondo to make another leg higher. VeChain, Flare, man, I don't care about Flare, but let me look at VeChain. VeChain's still the same pretty much. Now, I'm in a long on VeChain, and it's at resistance, the 200-day moving average, and I'm down on my long, and I added to my long. So I have a lot of confidence that VeChain is going to break through here sometime soon. So, all right, thoughts on Flare? It looks all right. I mean, you could call it sort of a bull flag with a false breakdown. So, I mean, like XRP, same deal. I called for XRP to have like a false breakdown and then a breakout. So Flare might actually be really good right now. What do you think happens these days after September 17th? If we rally into September 17th, there'll be a correction, but then October is going to be very bullish. If we don't rally into September 17th, we're going to be bullish in October. Life is no bueno right now, so I'm happy you're live. Always makes the day better. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm doing well, but yeah, that's a bummer. Would you hold Solana over Pepe at the moment? Pepe is going to outperform Solana, but I have a lot more Solana than I have Pepe. It's more risk to reward. There's very little risk with Solana, a lot more risk with Pepe. Looking at the Nexo platform, they give 9% on XRP. Okay, yeah, I've looked at Nexo's chart before, but I mean, I'm not going to look at the chart, but that's interesting. He watches Jam a lot. All right, if using 2x leverage on something like AVAX, why take profit until October, November? I like taking profits, but Mick, why not? Sure, knock yourself out. I always like to take profits, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Hello, luxury cigar reviewer. How's Jasmine looking? I'm assuming Jasmine found a floor already, and 1445. You know what? Jasmine's not. I mean, it's gonna be fine, but it's not like Jasmine's blowing my mind right now. So give it some time. Life happens, told my car, and battling insurance. Oh, man. Yeah, all right. I hope your crypto does well. Show what Bitcoin can do. Igly, please. All right. Don't do that. Don't ask a question like that. I did make a video talking about Bitcoin earlier today, and it hasn't published yet. So look, Bitcoin, every September, Bitcoin has some kind of interaction with the 20-week simple moving average. For those watching on YouTube, the red line. September 1st, it held, and even in August, it held. Now, I mean, it looks like, I was wondering, I drew this new trend line yesterday. We had that dump to the trend line and bounced off of it. We bounced off of it earlier today. That looks like it's holding a support. So, I'm more confident about a new all-time high for Bitcoin. I was wondering if 124 and change was going to be the peak for this year. Not for the cycle, though. Is there a meme coin season this time? Yes. Alex, from past historical data, the next bottom should be a year from the top. For altcoins, sure, but not for Bitcoin, not this time. What coins will run next? I have my eyes on top 50 coins. Sorry, between 11 and 50. Between 11 and 50. Others looks really good, and others' dominance looks amazing. So, all right, thanks for that. Yeah, pinning that comment. Jasmine time, not yet. Will there be a dump after rate cuts? If there's a pump into rate cuts, there will be a dump after it. But no, it's not over. Shukri and Diego, thanks for the follow. What's happening with HEEHEE? It's utility season. It's utility season right now. So after that, there will most likely be a rotation in alts. Can you look at NVIDIA? Thoughts on stocks overall? More upside, time to exit? I think we have a decent amount of time on stocks. I mean, listen, I'm not in love with looking at stocks right now, analyzing stocks. NVIDIA's probably not done. Probably going to go higher. So, you have any longs open? If yes, when you plan on closing? Yes, I have one short open on WorldCoin, and the rest is longs. I don't know when I'm going to close. Maybe October. Still thinking ETH to 7K-ish in the next coming months. Yes, maybe higher. And what will happen if we get no rate cuts? We are going to get rate cuts. We will get rate cuts. It is a certainty. Will memes run with others? No. It's going to be utility first, and then memes will run after that. Not financial advice. As you rotate from large cap to small cap to meme coin, which three would you pick? I don't know. So that's too much. I mean, which three what? Which three large caps, small caps, and meme coins? I look at charts. I like charts. I can't give you an answer right now. If I like a chart, I might buy it. If I don't like a chart, I won't. So I was feeling bad after you got rug pulled on a meme coin, but then you posted your rug pull. Didn't feel so bad after. Yeah, my $200 to $1 million challenge wallet. I experienced my first rug pull yesterday. Someone DM'd me on Telegram, gave me this hot tip. And I know he had no affiliation with it. He had all the best intentions of the world. But I bought some and I lost money on it. That was my first losing end of a rug pull in that wallet. I lost $300 and it's bouncing back today. So Litecoin to 400, it can certainly get to 400. We'll see. Are you not closing before 17th if there's a rally? No, I'm not. Should we buy SHIB? SHIB will move up. I'm a little nervous about SHIB because it's more kind of lost in this sea of meme coins now. So you want to buy some SHIB, you'll make some money. I just don't know. Clearpool and Aerodrome, I'll look really quickly. I don't like getting multiple requests. Clearpool looks really good, really good. Aerodrome, I mean, I called for a bottom. It bottomed out exactly there. Now Aerodrome looks ready to climb. So... hello, Marcelo. All right, Pinlink. Gosh. I'm assuming Pinlink's just still boring to death. It is. Yeah, give it time. Pinlink will do something, but not yet. I wouldn't touch it yet. What alts would you buy? Right now, it's top 50. It's 11 through 50. All right, so I bought some Avalanche yesterday, and Avalanche already pumped. I mean, there's still plenty of room for Avalanche to go higher. VeChain, Near. What alts would I buy? If you're going to ask that question, my request to you would be to watch my most recent YouTube video. I looked through cryptocurrencies 11 through, ranked 11 through 50, actually 51 because VeChain's 51. And I talked about almost all of those cryptos ranked 11 through 51 on coinmarketcap.com, whether I was interested in buying that crypto. Okay, so I already laid it all out. That's where my mind is focused right now. 11 through 51. I hold $7,000 in API 3. Should I sell and buy Link? Chainlink's a safer play. What do you want? Do you want safety or do you want risk to reward? Because API 3 is probably going to outperform Chainlink from here. Now, when I saw API 3 pump the way that it did, I was licking my lips, ready to short it. And I shorted it. I got out at $1.04. And look, I mean, it went a little bit below $1.04, but I was content with those gains. And so now API 3 is probably a very good one to buy. I mean, it is putting in higher lows. Let's see. Good day, Dogfish. Hello, Alex. Thanks. Yeah, go bless people. Why not top 10? You got to watch that video. I mean, I talk about the others chart, talk about others dominance. And why not top 10? I mean, think about this. Okay, Bitcoin, obviously Bitcoin's well beyond its previous cycle peak. Ethereum already hit a new all-time high. Binance already hit a new all-time high. XRP already hit a new all-time high. Solana has gotten very close to its all-time high. I mean, it hit its all-time high in January. What else is in the top 10? Cardano, you want to buy some Cardano, knock yourself out. What else is in the top 10? Tron's in the top 10. Tron hit a new all-time high. And then Dogecoin, same deal. You want to buy some Dogecoin, knock yourself out. I think Dogecoin's going to catch up. It's a meme coin, you know? So there's why not the top 10. In others dominance. Looks super bullish right now. What price can Bitcoin get if there's a correction? Okay, sure. You know what, Igley? Trend line. So the trend line, whatever that price is. Let's say September 17th. Let's say Bitcoin's at like $118,000 on September 17th. I could see Bitcoin going down to 113.5. There we go. What does NFA mean? Not financial advice. So it's time. Do you think AI agents heat up again? I could see AI agents doing well, but I think that's going to be closer to the end. I would not touch all that much AI agents right now. I think there's better gains to be made for the rest of this month in large cap utilities. What's going on with RPNC? Are you still holding? Unfortunately, I'm holding. I think I'm gonna have to take the L on that. I am holding. I actually did buy some. So some whales, you know, they drove it up from $1,000, I think, to $300,000 or something like that. And some whales just decided to capitulate yesterday. But the team is still in, and now it's much lower. But, you know, hey, here we go. I take the L. Which 3 altcoins are you most bullish on? Watch my video from yesterday. Guys, that kind of a question is too difficult of a question to answer. You know, and it changes every day. So in my most recent video, I already did the work. And, you know, maybe that's a little dated because I talked about Avalanche, and Avalanche is up a decent amount right now, but I think it has a lot higher to go. So, all right. Do you like Pinlink now? No. Eventually. Caught last part, you're looking at top 50 coins, 11 through 50. Trucker, thanks for the follow. Epic Chain or Pengu? Pengu, easy. Sebsy, thanks for the follow. Gonna watch it now. Woke up late as I'm in playing Cyberpunk. Okay, Ponky. You're welcome. I don't know what Cyberpunk is, but congratulations or I'm sorry. James, thanks for the follow. Dodge hasn't. Doge. All right, so I already talked about Doge. Thoughts on 1inch? Man, that's a chart I haven't looked at in a long time. You like ICP now? I mean, ICP gonna go to 20 or something. I actually like the 1inch chart now that I'm looking at it. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's down big time from its 2021 peak. But yeah, 1inch is, yeah. This looks like just reaccumulation happening for 1inch. So, you know, you want to get some 1inch. I'm not going to get any, but go for it. How many multiples do you think Pepe has left? You're asking beginner questions, God first. And it just kind of you know, I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy who answers questions like that. All right. So Julio, thanks for the follow. Any under 150 risky plays you're looking at? Not necessarily. You know, thank you, luxury cigar viewer. Maybe eventually I really am focused. I've been focused this entire time on large caps and meme coins. All right, large caps and meme coins. OG large caps and meme coins. All right. So, what price does VeChain need to close today? Confirm an uptrend. That'll change. You know, large caps, meme coins. Eventually, that'll change. You know, it would be great if it closed above the 200-day. That would be 2485, 0.02485 for VeChain. I'm just not worried about it. It doesn't have to happen today. Mr. Miggles, yeah, I think Mr. Miggles can do well. I just, you know, I've liked the chart when I've looked at it. What do you think about the 116 resistance on Bitcoin you have mentioned? Igley, I'm sorry, man. I'm done with you. Sorry. I just, you have a tendency of making me want to pull my hair out. So, you're done for this live stream. It's just, I don't have any, we'll get there when we get there, man. So 160, sure, there'll be resistance and then we'll reevaluate, but man, you don't have to ask me those questions. A year or two ago, you had it. Nope. I'm done with the spreadsheet. Yep, I know what you're asking. I made a video in August of 2024 throwing out my spreadsheet saying like some of those are going to go well beyond and other those are not even going to go close. Okay, so there's your answer. Julio, thanks for the follow. What's up with ICP recently? It's just boring to death. I mean, eventually it'll do something. H-bar similar to XRP. H-bar is probably a good buy right now. I projected a false breakdown and now a break to the upside. And actually looking at this chart, it looks like this break's happening. Assuming we close today above 23 cents. It's at 23.6 right now, but it's looking really good, H-bar. So Toshi or Pengu? Pengu. You think CPI report would be good news for crypto? If it's a good CPI report, yeah. Pendle TVL is growing. Hopefully it pumps. Pendle's been one of the better ones the last several months. Let's see. Caspa thoughts. Caspa hasn't been making all that much noise lately. There's going to be a time, I mean, Caspa's at a good value at this moment. So your August 2024 call on alts was seriously legendary. Glad I listened back then. And yeah, listen to me now. No need for frustration. I wasn't asking adversely. No, listen, I'm just trying to, analysts of analysts, you're reading into something that I'm not feeling in my mind. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube. I'm just trying to plow through this stuff. Okay. So don't take it personally. Can you look at AVAX? I bought $1,000 of AVAX yesterday. That was one of my big buys from yesterday. And now it's up 9%. And it's still fine to buy. I think AVAX is still a good buy. I mean, you might need to be a little bit patient. I wouldn't be surprised if it had a back test at 26.34. So thank you, Crypto Caddy. Do you still plan on loading up on Render in the bear market? Yeah, definitely. So yeah, ICP will wake up at some point, but not yet. Any thoughts on Arbitrum? The chart's been looking bullish for Arbitrum for a while, and nothing's changed. So I'm not a big fan of Arbitrum. They have terrible tokenomics, but it looks good. The way this cycle seems to be going, it almost feels like with all the ETFs, it's going to be extended. For Bitcoin, it will. For altcoins, it won't. For Ethereum, it might, but not for altcoins. Altcoins, Bitcoin dominance. I think Bitcoin's going to peak in 2027. Whatever the peak for the cycle is going to be, it's going to be much higher than its 2025 peak. And so, but Bitcoin's dominance is going to be much higher than any of it. Like altcoins are going to get murdered in 2026, in my opinion. Let's see. How high do you think total market cap will reach this year? I don't know, man. I've always had 7 trillion in mind. So maybe 7 trillion. It's at 3.9 right now. Yeah, I'll go with that. Your video for top 50 was on YouTube. What's the name? It's my most recent long form video, Lizette. It said now is the time to buy altcoins. That's what it was. Is 50 cents unreasonable for Pengu? Could Pengu get to 50 cents? It's at what, 4 cents right now? 3.5 cents. Listen, it could get to 50 cents, but I'm not holding anywhere near 50 cents. I'm selling at 10 cents. I'm selling if it gets to 15 or 20, I'll sell there. Rev, thanks for the follow. What's your favorite color? It's green. Do you think it's a good idea to lower expectations compared to previous cycles? Yes. Be happy with a 3 to 4x. You could get more than the 3 to 4x. It depends on what you buy. And there's going to be a lot of luck factored into this. What about Doge? Very bullish on Doge. I mean, I have a good bag of Doge. Now, all right, very bullish. I think it's going to 53 cents. It might go higher than that. But, all right, thoughts on XPR? Yeah, man, I'm sorry, guys. I am not going to be able to keep up on TikTok. But I am live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. World War Bitcoin. If you head over there, I am able to respond to every question there. So XPR. Now, listen, I don't know much about XPR. I'm looking at this chart, and I mean, it's in an uptrend. Looks fine. Had a bull flag breakout, maybe forming another bull flag. Maybe it's going to break out from that. I don't know. So, do you anticipate Brett to do a 10x? That seems aggressive. 50 cents. Hello, Izzy. Can you look at meme? Meme coin USD. All right, you know, I mean, it's putting in higher lows. I just don't know. I don't know. It's too new. Good price point to enter VeChain. I just buy some right now, honestly. Let's see. I see what you mean about XVM shills. Yeah, Anthony, I mean, it's the same thing. It's just, listen, there's a certain circle of people who are making a lot of money off of these meme coins that, they're calling XVM RWA, but they're making a lot of money off these cryptocurrencies that they get up to about 60 to $80 million in market cap, and then it goes to zero and it's done. And, if you can get the right coin, you can get it early, you can make a lot of money off of that. I mean, I heard of XVM when it was at $2 million. It got up to 60 million, over $60 million. And so does that mean I made a 30x? Absolutely not. But I made gains. I made some good returns on that. And now I'm done. I'm done with it forever. And so I could name the entire list, okay? Not the entire list, but there's plenty off the top of my head that I'm telling you it's the same group of people. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that it's the shillers who are making these coins and driving it higher. I wouldn't be surprised if there were people behind the curtain pulling some strings and then paying Shmoo, 1% of the supply. Shmoo's rate is 1% of the supply plus like 50 SOL. Sage is like $25,000. He got paid at least $25,000 to shill that coin. There's some other ones. Sha is probably very close to that. CryptoLogic John and some of these other guys, the smaller ones, are probably more like $5,000. And they most likely got paid in some supply. So, okay, you know what? They drive it higher. They do their thing. Sometimes they fail at that, but a lot of the times they win. And then they take their profits. But then, while they're taking their profits, I think it kind of signals a top. And then a lot of people, maybe people like me who know the name of the game, they dump their bags, and then it goes down really hard. So what cryptos have done that? Cheyenne, remember Cheyenne, the peanut spinoff? I think there was one called Rizzo. There was Trust the Process. There's a lot of them. There's Hood. Not Robinhood the stock, but Robinhood the meme coin. There's a lot of them, and so you just got to understand, if you see those same people shilling the same coin, it's probably going to within a week get up to multiple tens of millions of dollars in market cap, and then it's going to dump and go to zero. So here we are. XVM's at what? $22 million. Dead cat bounce. It's not going to hit. It's done. It's not going to hit a new all-time high. All right. Axelar, 32.99 cents. Axelar looks okay. I mean, it looks like it's bottom. Man, if I had seen it yesterday, I would have shorted it, but I have soul stake. Should I take profits or hold for long? What's the unlock period? I'd hold for a little bit. What's the unlock period though? I don't know. Let's see. Is XCN dead? XCN's not dead. Listen, people were probably asking the same thing in late 2024 before it ripped like crazy out of nowhere. And so, let's see. Can we reach 5 cents? It could reach 5 cents. Yeah. So it'll probably feel like, oh man, why in the world am I holding this? And then all of a sudden it's going to rip out of nowhere. Do you think we can see Crow go under 20 cents? I mean, that's what I was calling for. I'm a little hesitant now. You know, I mean, maybe not 20 cents. Maybe the 0.5 fib instead. Maybe 23 cents, under 23 cents. So wins bull run. No comment. Aptos looks terrible. Sorry, man. Aptos looks really bad. Are we going to top before the end of the year? I think altcoins are going to top before the end of the year. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll run into January for alts, a la 2018, you know? Is Injective a good pick for the next couple months? I think it's a good one. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Let's see here. Injective broke a downtrend and it's looking good. Needs to break through 1462 after that. You know, I think, yeah, I actually do think that's a good one. How's Pendle looking? I'm sure Pendle looks fine. I'm assuming it looks really good, actually. So, yeah, looks like it bottomed. You know, so what was the bottom? 434. Now it's at 491. Probably going to make its way to a new high here. So, all right, thoughts on Epic Chain? I'm assuming nothing crazy is going on with Epic Chain. Can you look at XRP? I made a video that I'm publishing later today on XRP. Yeah, Epic. It's gonna just hang around here. That's all it's gonna do. Hang around $2. So, what am I? Oh yeah, XRP. I mean, if you could watch my video on XRP that I made yesterday, but it's the same thing that I made in that video today. It broke the downtrend. It's in an uptrend now. So, thoughts on Pith? I'm not a big fan of Pith. Not good tokenomics. Now, you know, looking at the chart, I made money shorting Pith. I closed it almost at the perfect time. It was a fantastic trade. Now it looks like, I mean, the chart looks good. So personal feelings aside, looks like it's bottom. Look like it's ready to climb now. So how high do you think VeChain will reach? Again, God first. I'm not much of a price prediction guy anymore. I'm riding this. You know, the moment I see weakness in the market, I'm going to sell all of my altcoins, every one of them. Not 20 cents. I mean, you know, could VeChain get to 20 cents? If that's what you're asking, Tony, could VeChain get to 20 cents? It could. I'll be out before then. Please don't call me dad, Tanner. That's obnoxious. I have 7 kids. You're not one of them. And then what? LCX, Moonwell, Chainlink, VeChain. Sure. You know, I mean, Chainlink and VeChain, I think, are really good ones. LCX and Moonwell are, you know, good on the higher risk side. So how's FET looking? I'm assuming bad. What's your top on Brett in your opinion? I don't have tops. Guys, come on. I'm here to make money. I'm here to make gains. I'm not a Brett's going to $50 billion market cap guy. I'm sorry. Why is Aptos bad? The chart's bad. That's it. The chart's really ugly. Give it some time. So FET, I mean, listen, Fetch, thank you, John. AI cryptos, I may not buy a single OG AI crypto for the remainder of the cycle. They had their bull run, okay? Fetch does not look good. Now, could Fetch go higher? It's probably going to go higher. Is it going to hit a new all-time high? Probably not. AOS is probably not going to hit a new all-time high. Render is probably not going to hit a new all-time high, guys. AI cryptos are from 2021. The ones that exist in 2021, they're done. They made 100x gains, and now they're done. I wouldn't touch those. There's better returns elsewhere. All right. Thoughts on Rage Guy meme? No, I have no thoughts. Can you take a look at COS? What's COS? Contentos? Ay. I mean, listen, I know nothing about this. I mean, there's nothing about this chart that screams buy. But at the same time, it's like, you know, these cryptos that look dead, they could pump out of nowhere. We've seen that plenty of times. Do you think DOT is dead? DOT is dead, yes, but DOT will make X's. Dead cat bounce, you know? So are you playing these next couple months like you did Q4 2024? Exactly like Q4 2024. So my thesis for Q4 2024, it actually played itself out, but I was wrong. Fundamentally, I was wrong because that first rate cut in September 18th, that first rate cut, we were cutting into, by definition, strength. When we cut into strength, we tend to be okay. Now, it worked out that, yes, I was right. December of 2024 was the peak. This time around, my thesis for 2024 is playing itself out in 2025. We are cutting into weakness. We had this unemployment revision yesterday that was terrible. Okay, the crows are coming home to roost. Things are going to get ugly quickly at some point. You know, maybe like a year from now, the stock market would bottom out. You know, so maybe what's going to happen is we're going to rally to a peak. You know, after the first rate cuts in 2007, we rallied for 2 months and then we peaked and then it was over and we bottomed out in March of 2009. So I'm thinking something similar, that we're going to rally for 2 months, 2 to 3 months, and then peak, and then it's going to be over for altcoins. And Bitcoin would dip, but again, I think Bitcoin's peak is going to be in 2027 for this cycle. I have ETH and want to sell it and buy something with better return, please. Lots of cryptos are going to provide better returns than ETH right now. So you want to rotate into AVAX and VET, you know, Swatantra. I think those are good options. Listen, ETH had a great run. Now, I've shared lots and lots of charts in my videos talking about Ethereum. And the big thing is, if you were watching on YouTube, my my Ethereum total 3 chart. This is what always happens with Ethereum priced, you know, in other altcoins, is it has this big rally where it feels like only Ethereum is going to pump, and then it reverses really hard. And we are at the early stages of that reversal. So Ethereum is still going to do well, but other coins are going to do better. Can you please make a video on your top conviction plays? No. And the reason why is because it changes way too much. So thank you, Davo. All right, Ponky. Good stuff. Didn't want to hear that AI comment, but thanks for saying. Is ArcBlock also dead? ArcBlock could do something. Because ArcBlock, I don't really count that. I mean, it's very old. But look at what ArcBlock did in 2021. It did nothing. And then all of a sudden it came alive in 2024. That's kind of its own thing. XYO looks dead, but it'll pump out of nowhere at some point. ICP, same deal. Pepe and Shiba, already talked about those. You'll make some gains on those. Loving the short videos on different coins every day. Yeah, apparently the channel's loving it too because my subscriber count's increasing. So I'm gonna turn that up. Is now a good time to buy Pengu? Yes, Jody. And is a good entry for AVAX right now. It pumped 10%. I bought some yesterday, but it's not terrible. So this is why I say yes, now's a good time for Pengu. Broke the downtrend. So here we go. Broke the downtrend. Now, could it go lower? Could it backtest? I don't think it's going to backtest this trend line, but I wouldn't worry too much. Thoughts on Maple Finance? Wait for tomorrow or backtest. Alex said earlier. Okay. Maple Finance. I haven't looked at Maple Finance in a while. Do I still have it on TradingView? I guess I don't. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Huh. This was one of the better performing cryptos in 2024. You know, I mean, this looks like a just long period of reaccumulation. And maybe April of 2025 was the spring, April 7th of 2025. That's a really long reaccumulation. So yeah, maybe this is a good one right now. Thoughts on hype? Or I'll award you. Do you think Brett can make a 5X this cycle? Sure. You know what? You want to Brett 5X? I could see that. So hype is probably reaching a short-term peak here. But hype still looks good. It's a very bullish chart. So I would wait for a dip on hype. maybe get down to $50. I made a video 2 weeks ago, I think, talking about hype, and it's done exactly what I said it was going to do in that video. Now, is this a bearish divergence on the daily? It's not. Huh. Okay, so actually hype might have higher to go. Let me look at the 4-hour real quick on hype. There's no such thing as a safe 10x user 332. No, I wouldn't really say. I mean, wait, maybe are we at the early stages of a bearish divergence? Maybe that's a little bit lame for me to declare bearish divergence. So we might have some time, a little bit more time to pump a little bit on hype, but I'd be taking some profits right now. Did anyone follow up with you on Doge 1? I mean, I'm not going to shill it, you know. I mean, Doge 1, I see Shmoo shilling it, so that could probably do well. GRT, Aaron already looked at GRT. It did pump really hard the last couple of days, so now, you know, I think it's going to cool off a little bit here. Maybe get down to the 200-day. I heard you say 2027 Bitcoin will top in 2027 closer to the next halving. Can you explain your thesis behind? This time's different. Accumulation by major players. I really am convinced. And even if this is normal, I mean, we peaked in March of 2020. We hit an all-time high in March of 2024 before the halving. So what if we just move that up a few months and hit a new all-time high? But no, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin had a blow-off top in 2027, way higher than its 2025 peak. Render, no. I've talked about Render. I'm not touching any more of those old AI coins that already pumped really hard. Blur, nothing screaming buy, but, you know, I mean, it's crypto. At some point, all the money in crypto is going to transfer to XRP. AVAX, please. No, I've talked about it like 5 times. I'm sorry. Somebody asked about Banana. So I shared in my Telegram calls channel, WW Bitcoin's calls, a very compelling argument to buy Banana Gun. They make money, and they actually make money, a lot of money compared to their market cap. Yeah, Doge can get to 50 cents. I think it's getting to 53. So from the moment I posted that, Banana Gun went down, but it looks like it's bottomed. So now is probably a good time to buy Banana. Where do you think Quant will go? I don't know. Quant's the honey badger. It does what it does. Quant does what Quant does. You know, could it hit a new all-time high? It's possible. It's at 100 right now. I think right now is a good place to enter Quant. So PPI data came in bullish. Listen, I've been bull posting on X. I bull posted on X all day before going live. Why won't Bitcoin dump as previous cycles? Because of institutions. I would think a recession, in a recession, nothing is safe. Yeah, Bitcoin is not immune to a recession, is he? But it's going to be quicker. Whatever this recession is, it's going to be quicker than 2008. 2008, quantitative easing was introduced in like October. We didn't know what quantitative easing was. By the time we realized what quantitative easing was, I mean, the market went down much lower and then it rallied, and then we all woke up. Now we know what quantitative easing is. They will turn on quantitative easing. Rates will be bottomed out. And by the time all that plays itself out, the end of 2027 will be very bullish for Bitcoin, not financial advice. Do you think Bitcoin will dump similar to the stock market and gold 30%-ish? I think it would go down a little bit more than that. Theta. Oh, man, I haven't looked at Theta. Illuvium. Illuvium is garbage. I'm sorry, Johnny. Illuvium is just straight up trash. But now my interest is picked. So you want me to look at Illuvium, $15.19. I mean, okay, you know what? It's forming a higher floor. We've got that going for us, but I have no interest in buying Illuvium. All right, let me look at Theta. 83.1 cents. I mean, so Theta has good tokenomics. We've got that going for us. Theta's putting in higher floors. We've got that going for us. How high could XRP go this bull run? $8.92 and not a penny higher. That's how high. What about Tau? Tau is not old. Did you buy Matic? Yes, I did. Matic is one of the more bullish looking cryptos right now, and it has a long way to go. So where would you close your Uniswap long? Longed at 9.7. Maybe just hold on to it, man. You know, I mean, you longed at resistance, foregone, but you might be all right. What's a good fib level to take some profit off of VET? I'm taking profit at the 236. So, I mean, man, 236. Is this? That might not be right. 9 cents. I'll take profit below then. If that I don't think that's right though. That's weird. I might have messed up. I might have accidentally moved my fib chart. I can't fix that right now. What's the difference between in the colored circles with the star on the side of our name? It's how long you've been a member, Jody. Say can hit $3. Matic end of the year. I don't know. I'm just in it for the gains. Could it go to $1? Maybe. Say to $3 is 10x. I would guess not. SPX 6900. It's been struggling lately. It's not time. Sui looks really good. I already looked at Sui. It's not time for meme coins yet, guys. I mean, maybe Doge, you know, but not yet. Not yet for most memes. Although, hey, SPX looks like it's recovering at least. So maybe. I mean, I'm holding SPX, and I have no interest in selling it right now. You buy more of Matic than AVAX. I bought more AVAX. No reason. I just, in the moment, I bought more. Ape. Floor at 54.96 cents or 56 cents. That's the floor. So maybe now, it's been ranging for months now. Maybe now it can start moving higher. 250 around October for Arrow. Maybe. I could see that. All right, Elastos. You've been patiently waiting. Oh, man. All right, it pumped. It probably has a decent amount down to go before it moves higher. I would wait at least for the 20-day EMA. Right now, that's at $1.67. Already talked about Injective and Caspa. I'm sorry. Injective looks better than Caspa at this moment. Yeah, Aerodrome looks fine. I gave you the bottom in a previous video. It held that bottom. Now it's ready to climb. Yeah, Pepe can all-time high. Yep. Extended bull run, said it since ETFs. For Bitcoin, yes, UPS. I mean, you say something, I listen, but not for altcoins. User 17, I answered your... You guys are so busy spamming sometimes that you don't even actually listening to me answer your question. I'm literally, the Elastos chart is in front of me. I gave you an entry. All right, true only Bitcoin and ETH partially. Yeah. Can near 10x. No. Is there a world where I could see near 10xing? Yeah, sure, maybe. I don't think it's going to. It's at 270 right now. Now, listen, I bought some near yesterday. So, and I talked about it in my YouTube video that I like near right now. So, and that was, you know, if you asked me 2 days ago if I like near, I would have said no, but recent price action, I mean, that's how quick this market moves. I ask 3 questions and get ignored. I go where maybe I find help. Or I don't know if you're criticizing me, Rusty, or if you're what you're doing. I have 200 people that I'm trying to answer their questions. If you go to YouTube, I'll be able to answer your question. World War Bitcoin. Man, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to user 17 about whatever crypto he was spamming about. You're so vain, you probably think this song is about you, don't you? All right, Flux. Yeah, thanks, Crypto Caddy. Flux, I mean, so, all right. Devin loves Flux. Thank you, Trucker. At this moment, I don't like Flux, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Flux, pumped eventually. Just, I think it's going to be larger caps first. Jonah, thank you. Yeah, guys, I mean, every time I'm moving with the market in the right direction every time. I'm a bull right now. I'm a bull, and I think a lot of people are asleep at the wheel that this is prime time to be buying these altcoins. And in December, I was a bear. I turned bearish when everyone was gaslighting me. In August of 2024, I was a bull. In March of 2024, more like April of 2024, I mean, I sold more than half of my crypto from February to April of 2024. Can you look at Bake? What do you think about Loopring? Loopring has good tokenomics. It's not time for Loopring yet. Whoa. All right, that looks manipulated. Whatever is going on with Bake, I'm not interested in that. No, thank you. Caspa to 0.5 this year. No, yeah, Caspa could get to 0.5. Pino is the one, a meme coin. I actually owned Pino at one point. What's your view on Pengu? It's my number one Robinhood meme coin. How you do this every day is crazy. There's times I don't want to go live. Devin told me that is Pundle Pundle's done. Are you talking about Pundle or Pendle? Pundle is finished. I use all your price targets as my sell prices. My price targets are thrown in the trash. I don't know what you're talking about, Hyper Sniper. So Pengu is my number one Robinhood meme coin. I made a solo video talking about Pengu. Yeah, Devin told me he it takes an hour for him to hype himself up to go live because he knows he's going to get, there's always trolls, there's always people begging for responses. It doesn't take me an hour to hype myself up to go live, but I just do it. But I don't get excited. I don't look forward to it. Telor to 10x, I have no idea. Cardano to $2, yeah. Will gold do well over the next couple of years, and how high will it go? So, all right, I think we're going to enter a recession. Look at what happened with gold during the great financial crisis. It went down, I want to say it wasn't a huge, it was like 40%. But then after that, it skyrocketed. After that, gold was the play. It was gold and silver went crazy. And so gold gold, I think, is going to do something similar. It's going to go down to 2,500. And then after that, I think gold's going to go to $10,000, $15,000. But that's a much longer play. We're talking about within the next decade that happening. So, yeah, BNB hit a new all-time high. There we go. Let's go. I'm in a long on BNB, just a 2x long. So there's a price target. I made a price target for 1,800 something for BNB in January of 2024. That could definitely hit. I would be surprised if it went all that much higher than that, though. Thoughts on Radium? Solana's outperforming Radium right now. Maybe Radium's going to catch up. I mean, I like the chart. I just, Solana's done so much better. What's the first sign of weakness on the charts to sell? That's a good question. OXO, let me show you if it's still on my chart. Total 2 from early. Oh, it's not on my chart. I know it's on others. So if we see something like a violent move higher on others, like we did at the end of 2024, look at this. I'm sorry for those of you watching on TikTok, you can't see this, but it is on YouTube. So others just, went vertical, and then it just in a day lost it. So a big thing for me with total 2 or total 3 or others is I'll draw a trend line like this, and if it goes up very aggressively like that, as soon as it loses that, I'm out. Except I'm out on a retrace. I'm out on a move up to a back test of that trend line, and then I'm done. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do this time around. If altcoins go vertical, which I think they will. So thank you, Crypto Caddy. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Gus. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words. Thank you, Jonah, for the stuff. And Sean, thanks so much. I made a bad mistake. I put 3K into Bitcoin Gold, and it crashed to 107. Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. That's what you got to do. I know you're not a fan of Pith, but can it get to $1? Anything's possible in crypto. And sure, a little over the 5x, sure. He's still alive. 3K went to $300. All right, so you're claiming that your 3K investment is now $300. That means you bought within the first 2 days. Or no, you could have bought before the burn. Okay, he is very much alive. When we see a rotation of meme coins, he is going to do multiple X's. All right? Don't come crying on my live stream. No crying in the casino. I got rugged on something yesterday. What did I say? No crying in the casino. So I will fully admit I came into the launching of a meme coin very naive. I have several regrets about how HEEHEE was launched. Because I wasn't even intending on launching it. And then I created it, and I told a few people I created it, and then all of a sudden it started just climbing out of nowhere, and then, oh my goodness, okay, I'm the face of crypto. And here we are, people still crying to me every day about HEEHEE when there's nothing I can do. Aside from when the market gets hot, I'm telling you, I'll be here. All right, what about Cake? Somebody asked about Cake. Pancake Swap, don't touch Pancake Swap. All-time high is $40-something. It's not getting anywhere near there. So Binance was the hub for meme coins in 2021. Now the hub for meme coins is Solana. And Binance isn't even number 2. Do you think Q4 in 2025 will be better than Q4 in 2024? About the same. I think the numbers are going to be higher. Shiba Inu seems to be cooked. It'll do something. Good morning notification. I don't know. User 171. Elastos. Why do you care so much about Elastos? Will it do a 20x? Probably not. Adam, thanks for the follow. AVAX. I already talked about AVAX. I bought a lot yesterday, and now it's up 10%. Do I use 100x leverage? No. Nas, thanks for the follow. Will RPNC recover? There's a chance. Some whales dumped. The team is still active. There's a chance it will recover. So, but I already did this earlier in the live stream, and somebody else asked that same question. I take the L. It happens. Thanks for your no BS attitude and content. God bless you and your fam. Thank you, Justin. Where do you think silver will go? $50 is a 40-year resistance. It's going to take a lot of time for silver to break through that. But after that, much higher. I just don't know where. Do you think coming recession will be bigger than 2008? No. Can you look at Zora? Bro, I will do a legendary short on gold. Good luck, man. There's many other things I would rather short than gold. Even with my projection that it would go to $2,500. Zora, I can't give you anything on Zora. This chart's too new. Total 3 target. I don't have a total 3 target. Yeah, BNB hit a new all-time high. XLM, same as XRP. XLM looks good right now. CPI tomorrow, you think dump? If CPI is too hot, yeah, we'll dump. If it's like last month, we won't. We'll continue to climb until the rate cuts, and then we'll see what happens with the rate cuts. Is it a good time to buy HEEHEE, or should I wait? Utility is going to outperform meme coins. Okay, that's me being honest with you. At some point, even me, even though I'm the face of this crypto, I have a lot of HEEHEE. I am going to ape hard into HEEHEE. Complete honesty, I don't think now is exactly the time. You think fetch is done? I think it'll hit a lower high. I see you mentioned a lot that you were going to pay your kids' college tuition in advance. No, that's not what I'm talking about, Don Max. I have the same idea, but the way AI is moving, do you think the next 10 years college will be necessary? Oh, that's more of a question. That's not in my pay grade. But when I talk about my kids' tuition, I'm talking about their school tuition for this year. I send my kids to a private school. It's a fantastic school, and every year, unfortunately, like I would probably be a millionaire right now if it wasn't for paying tuition at my kids' school. And so my tuition plan is with my Sui and my Dogecoin bag. Thank you guys for the gifts. I really appreciate it. So, you know, my Sui and my Dogecoin, once they reach a certain point, no matter how the market's going, I'm going to sell all of it, and I'm going to put it all into my kids' tuition at their school. So I take it year by year. It's not easy. Total 3 target. Yeah, I don't have one. Let's see. I saw your vid on the first 50, 51 coins. Do you think one should wait for it to do a buy in top 50 or top 200s? Old fella. Oh man, I'm struggling there. I'm just saying top 50. I don't know what you're asking, man. So now would be a good time to open some 2x longs in certain alts. You know, you want to do 2x, sure. Hey, Randy, sorry you missed the live. Can you look at Jasmine? I already looked at it. It's not looking amazing right now, but it'll turn. This starting to price in a 50 basis point rate cut. Maybe CPI tomorrow will increase the odds of a 50% rate cut. Or not 50%, 50 basis point rate cut. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. I think the market would pop pretty hard if we got a 50 basis point rate cut. Right now, they're saying 90% that it's going to be 25. So thank you so much, Bubba Disco. Really appreciate it. Crow and Doge are winners this run. Yeah. You are a good dad. Thank you, Crypto Caddy. Vet's still looking great. Vet's going to do very well. You have a lot of kids. Yep, kids are expensive. Just converted a little ETH to VeChain. Okay. All right, guys, I'm sorry. For those on TikTok, I got to be done. I'm going to stay live for a few more minutes on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Head on over to YouTube. I'm going to try to plow through some comments here, and then I'm going to be done. So see you all. Thank you, Case. See ya. Yeah, higher than last year's peak for Vet. See ya. So Crow and Doge. Crow, I think, is going over $1. Doge has plenty of upside left in it. Yeah. Let's see. Thanks for the daily updates. They really help if my cryptos is 3 to 6x, and I'm happy with that. Where should I park the profits? FDs? Would you suggest gold or something like that? That's the question of the day, Nikhil. I don't know. Because, you know, do you park it in fiat? That's where people would park it in the past, but I think you'd be pretty dumb to do that. But what do? I just don't know. The dollar is a bigger bubble than everything else. So maybe I might just put it in gold and just weather the storm. Maybe I'd buy some Walmart stock. Walmart tends to hold up during recessions because, you know, people will cut their budgets and shop at Walmart. What are you going to buy in 2026? Just Bitcoin and gold. Maybe just Bitcoin and gold. You know, it depends on how hard these altcoins get hit. It might be just Bitcoin and gold. I have a bunch of smaller cryptos. I'm down 50 to 70% from initial investment. Would I be better off converting them all to one like AVAX or Solana? Oh, man. Smaller cryptos. I'm not going to, those kind of questions are always very difficult for me to answer. You want to convert some of that to Avalanche? Yes. Solana, I wouldn't. Thoughts on Ondo? Yeah, I looked at Ondo earlier. This live stream looks good. Now I'm seeing something here. You know, what you gonna do, Ondo? It's probably a rejection area, but we got 3 points in this trend line. So on the other side of that, let's get some Ondo. Is it too late to buy AVAX now? I don't think so. Was trying to ask if I should buy anything out of top 50. I'd stick with top 50 for now. Why do you think Jasmine isn't moving? I'm not worried about it. I mean, Jasmine's fine. I don't have an answer for you. It's smaller. It's not top 50. Sia coin is dead. It'll come back. Yeah, not sure what stuck out about Sia coin that you would buy it. Now, you know, is it going back to its all-time high? It actually, I mean, it rallied really hard in early 2024. I don't think it's getting back to that 2024 peak. Just keep that in mind. SP 500, are you asking about the S&P 500? You know, it's still chugging along. Man, if it could break this level here, that's going to be that's blow off top kind of a break there. Josh, I would not consider a copy trading platform. The level of pressure that puts on me to perform, it's too much. I think I'd start underperforming with my trades. What's your exit strategy with timeline, please? I'm going to look at the charts. I'm going to look at psychology, and then I'm going to exit. Again, exit strategy, it's not necessarily a timeline. It's this. We see something like this happen with others. You know, big aggressive climb up, and then all of a sudden it loses that. I'm out. I'm out. You think Pepe could 2x? Yeah. It'll do more than a 2x. Thoughts on Q4 and Q1 for 2026 for alt season? I don't think we're extending into Q1. I think it's Q4 and that's it. But we'll see. Going to follow the lead of the market. Pith doing well today. Yeah, Pith's doing pretty well. All right, guys, I'm about done. Price target for Link, $48. That's it. So thank you, guys. Oh, yeah. Nikhil, how about this? You know, best way to thank me? Let's lock in those gains first, because it's not easy to lock in gains. You know, everyone's assuming they're going to be a winner. Let's see. Because a lot of people are going to round trip. They're going to do it again, and they're going to come crying to me. So, Coke Inu, oh, man. This is not dead, but it's not going anywhere near its peak. Oh, dude, yeah. There's probably a dead cat bounce in it. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Lone Walker. Thank you, Creed and Bentley. Have a great day, everybody.